Okay, so here we go. Doing an unboxing video. I think these things seem to be pretty popular. People like to see stuff being unboxed. So, like I promised in my last video, there's some upgrades coming up to this car. It's about time the suspension came in. Weather is getting nicer, warmer, and the stress on the stock suspension is noticeable. So I went ahead and I ordered these Godspeed Project Monomaxx or Monomaxx, whatever you want to call it. You'll have to excuse my accent. But I never opened these. They just showed up. They come in this very bright red box, and it's funny. My wife signed for them and left them outside. And then, like 2 hours later, I'm like, "Oh, I got my box." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I signed for it." I guess she doesn't realize this stuff is expensive. Not that we live in a really crazy area, but still, I'm a kid. This is like candy to me. So let's see what we get in here. As I was saying, this is not my first suspension. I've done a number of coilover setups on other Hondas, Acuras. So it's not my first rodeo. But what is my first rodeo is doing this with you guys. So hope you like it. The first thing I notice is there is a bag with a warning sticker from Godspeed. Just letting you know, Godspeed Project suspension products are covered with a 1-year warranty against manufacturer defects, etc., etc., etc. I mean, like, I'm not gonna read this, but I'll read it for myself. But the forks for adjustment are here. There's also an Allen key. I'm guessing that's for adjusting the dampening on the actual shock absorber itself. The first bad boy I'm looking at here, it looks like it is the front left coilover. It is very nice looking. I do like their color scheme. It says this big caution sticker here for off-road use only. Yeah, right. So I'll bring it up a little closer. Here are the collars, the rings, whatever you want to call them, for adjustment. Camber plate at the top for adjusting camber. I might do a little bit of camber, but probably not too much, unless I'm doing one of these track days. But then at that point, I would go to suspension shop and have the car done up for me, so everything's lined up. Big mono tube in here. This just looks solid construction. What else is in here? So obviously there's another one just like this one. I'll open it. Don't worry. I'll open it. So there are two identical ones. There we go. And this all just seems like quality materials, not too heavy. You can pick it up with one hand. This is probably for the front right side. And there we go. I'm gonna keep diving in. This is all packed really nicely. You can tell I spent a decent amount of money on just how to package this item. So this will go in here, or in here. Great. That's how it goes. Let's take a look at the parts for the back of the car. The ass end, right here. Bubble wrap. Here's my knife. The knife. Lloyd. Sorry, knife. Actually, I can post this one. I can see it. You can tell this is my first unboxing video. So, that wasn't too bad. The rear shock absorber with adjustments at the top here. Don't worry, I will be setting this up all correct. This moves very easily. Like I said, I won't be dropping the car too low. I'll probably be dropping the car maybe about 1 inch or so, maybe a little less. I just wanted something that was a little tighter, especially when you get up to speed and you're going through a corner. This car, it feels like it's ready to elevate, and it starts to float and glide. And a lot of that is because there's more load you put in suspension at high speed, and at the speed that this is traveling or increasing, the suspension really can't handle that, or it doesn't have the weight. These have a much heavier spring rate, so the springs alone will keep the car balanced. Oh, this is just another shock. I'm not gonna open that. That was hard to watch, even for me. And then lastly, something that I was really curious about are these springs. Now this is, I'll admit, this is my first Honda where the rear springs are not over the shock absorber. So in essence, the rear suspension is not a coil over suspension, but a coil side suspension, if you want to call it that. I don't know. That's probably not the proper term, but I don't care. So yeah, so these are very, very interesting to me, because part of me wants to upgrade this bad boy right here. These are 14K in the rear, which translates to about 784 pounds per square inch or per inch. But maybe getting something a little bit heavier would be cool. I did reach out to iBox. They do make all kinds of springs and shapes and sizes. But the biggest difference is iBox springs are 2 millimeters thinner on the interior diameter. So it'll be interesting. I might do it just for shits and giggles, and just go with a heavier spring in the rear. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I want to try these out, and if I feel it'd be good to upgrade them, I will. But maybe it's best I just do that. So thanks for watching. Sorry about my rambling here. I know I tend to go on and on and on about things, but I'm very excited about this. Thanks for K-Series Parts. This is not sponsored, but as always, they have great customer service. There are some parts that I had to buy for the suspension that were not from them. I'll give a shout out to those guys when I unbox those things, because I think it's important for people to hear who is giving you your best experience as a buyer. And I know that there are a lot of people out there selling, doing their side hustle, and I respect that. I think if you're doing it, good for you. Keep in mind that customer service is the most important thing out there, and I can't say enough good things about K-Series Parts. They're always there and available. And if I have a question, they seem to be very much willing to answer and show that there is a presence still. And I've been a customer of theirs since the Club RSX days, and those days are long and gone by now. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. I'll be doing a few more unboxing videos. All right, Take it easy.